budget hearing, ako na naman ang bida. Confidential funds, ako'y tila nagwawala. She may not, pero parang naging shiminet. Lahat nagtatanong, ano ba ang ibig sabihin net? Shiminet like answer, shiminet like me. Confidential funds, ako tila nagwawala. She may not, pero parang naging shiminet. Lahat nagtatanong, ano ba ang ibig sabihin net? Shiminet like my answer, shiminet like me. Di mo gets ang sagot, huwag ka nang magalit, Francie. Shiminet like my answer, shiminet like my kid. Nagsalita na ako, raulo ka, hindi ka naman queen. I would like to forego the opportunity to defend the budget in question and answer format. I will leave it up to the House to decide on the budget submitted. Pinanong ako ni Francie kung saan ginastos ang konfi. Sumagot ako ng frenzy. Saan mo dinala ang mga kids? She manette like my answer, but she's a convicted child abuser. May pupa VP. Lahat na lang natanong ay tungkol sa konfi. Money. She manette like my question, pero NPL ka ba, Francie? May manette like my answer, she manette like me. Di mo gets ang sagot, huwag ka nang magalit, Francie. She manette like my answer, she manette like my kid. Nagsalita na ako, raulo ka, hindi ka naman queen. Akala nyo, kayo ang magdodog show sa'kin, ha? Pero tingnan nyo ngayon, ako ang nagbalik ng lansa. Sinubukan niyong ilagay ako sa ilalim ng mesa, pero hindi mo alam, kayo alam pagkain ko, mesa na nga. Survival of the fittest, wala akong pake sa plan ninyo. Stick to the plan. Kongreso, ha? Kaya para lang sa plato ko. Umahanap kayo ng pagkain, di nyo ba napansin? Kongreso, pag iba naman yan, hindi nyo gets. Shiminet. Shiminet like my answer, shiminet like me. Di mo gets ang sagot, huwag ka nang magalit, Francie. Shiminet like my answer, shiminet like my kid. Nagsalita na ako, raulo ka, hindi ka naman clean. Bakit kayo ganyan? Stuck kayo sa nakaraan. Invento mo na pansin para sa past nyo rin. Ako kausapin, pass my for next life. Stick to the plan ng mga NPAers. Sa next budget hearing, shiminet like my question, but shiminet or no comment. Shiminet like my answer, shiminet like me. Di mo gets ang sagot, huwag ka nang magalit, Francie. Shiminet like my answer, shiminet like my kid. Nagsalita na ako, raulo ka, hindi ka naman clean. Sa next budget hearing, shiminet like my question, but shiminet or no comment.
Yo, shoutout sa inyong lahat. Gagi nung binabasa ko. Unang basa pa lang ng argument. Good evening from Milan. Hello, Lionel. Noong unang basa pa lang, nakangiti na ako, gagi. Parehas nga kami na argumento. Unang basa ko pa lang. Argumento pa lang. Nakangiti na ako. Sabi ko, ay gagi. Oo nga. Ito. Sara Z. Duterte in her capacity as the Vice President of the Philippines. Tapos, House of Representatives of the Philippines represented by Ferdinand Martin Romualdez. Speaker of the House, Representative Reginald Velasco in his capacity as the Secretary General of the House of the Representatives. The Senate of the Philippines represented by Francis G. Escudero. Okay? Puna tayo sa argumento, gagi. It's a tie. Meeting of minds nga, gagi. Gagi, una pala nakangiti na ako, gagi. Issue a writ of certiorari to nullify the fourth impeachment complaint filed by 215 members of the House of Representatives on Feb 5, 2025 for the impeachment complaint, which is yung sabi ko, invalidate the fourth because there's prior, di ba? Okay. For violating Section 3.5, Article no impeachment proceedings shall be initiated against the same official more than once within a period of 1 year. 1 year bar. Okay. And as a consequence, issue a writ of prohibition to enjoin the Senate of the Philippines from acting the fourth impeachment complaint due to violation of the 1 year bar under the aforesaid constitutional provision. Ito. This petition will show that the House of Representatives and its members deliberately, yes, kasi strategic nga siya, more on constitutional duty, right? Circumvented the 1 year. Yon kasi dinelay mo eh. Dinelay mo, tapos pinili mo yung fourth pare. Yagi. Circumvented the 1 year bar by directing its Secretary General to allegedly give them more time. Yun na nga yung sinabi ko eh. Yun na nga yung sinabi ko. Galing sa admission mismo ng Secretary General. Give them more time. File the fourth impeachment complaint despite the fact that 3 prior separate impeachment complaints had been filed on December 2, respectively. The reason for awaiting the fourth impeachment complaint is not a secret. To allow the House of Representatives, its members, to gather the required number of signatures to railroad the impeachment process. I did not know that. Good to know. In order to beat the May 12, 2025 elections, which they know no results in a change in the composition of Congress, thus making it more difficult to get support for the petitioner's impeachment. Yan, hindi ko alam yan. Hindi ko naging premise yan. Unfortunately, this political is that even a word? Really? Let's update our stratagem. Stratagem. A plan or scheme. Oh, gagi. Stratagem. Stratagem. Stratagem.
Stratagem.
Stratagem. We just updated our vocabulary, dude. Stratagem. A scheme. A plan. Huh? Especially one used to outwit an opponent or achieve an end. Stratagem. Oh, damn it! We learned a new word. Stratagem. Unfortunately, this political stratagem was done at the expense of constitutional standards that respondents as public officers are mandated to observe, with the ultimate goal of having the petitioner perpetually disqualified from running for any national selective office in the future. Well, sinabi naman nila publicly, di ba? Kay Justice Carpio ko yata narinig yun. Under the House of Representatives Rules of Procedure in Impeachment Proceedings adopted on May 30, 2023 and published on June 2, 2023, new word unlock, stratagem. Impeachment proceedings can be initiated in 3 ways. Ito. Verified complaint for impeachment filed by any member of the House of Representatives. A verified, see? A verified, yun nakalagay, a verified complaint filed by any citizen upon a resolution of endorsement by any member of the House of Representatives, or a verified complaint or resolution of impeachment filed by at least 1/3 of all the members of the House. Diba? The first 2 modes involve a procedure that takes before the impeachment complaint can be referred to the Senate for trial. While the third mode, which is how the fourth impeachment complaint was made possible by the respondents, could be endorsed to the Senate in as quick as in a day, since the same shall constitute the articles of impeachment which shall be endorsed to the Senate. Pursuant to Section 4, blah, 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 blah. Huwag natin basahin yan. Argumento tayo. Unfortunately, by directing the respondent House Secretary General to freeze the first 3 impeachment complaints to make way for the 4th impeachment complaint, which was filed around a month or 2 after, the House of Representatives committed grave abuse of discretion. Yes, that was my argument. Kaya nga grave abuse of discretion. Abuse of discretion doon sa part ng Secretary General. Well, dahil sa House, Representative House, so the House of Representatives committed grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction by circumventing and violating the 1-year bar set by no less than the Constitution. This calls for the Honorable Court's expanded certiorari. Wag na yan. Simply means the Honorable Court is power of blah, 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 blah. In fact, in Francisco, is Honorable Court, blah, blah, blah. Ayoko niyan. Wag na yan. Nag-cite lang naman siya. Nag-cite lang di siya. Ito. At the outset, in line with... Huwag na yan. Hindi na yan. Ito. Impeachment proceedings, specifically the 1-year bar under Section 3, Paragraph 5 thereof, that states in no uncertain terms, no impeachment proceedings shall be initiated. Initiated ang ginamit, hindi transmitted. Yari kayo dito. Maraming hindi makakatulog ng mahimbing, gagi. Maraming magiging busy sa part, sa side ni Tambi. In addition, considering that the subject of the impeachment effort in this case is the removal and perpetual disqualification of the second highest official of the country, elected by the overwhelming number of the electorate, the issues raised are transcendental importance, dictated by public welfare, blah, blah, blah. Second, the issue raised in this petition is one of first impression. Jurisprudence is silent on legal implication of the Secretary General's refusal to do his mandatory duty to immediately refer impeachment complaints to the Speaker of the House of Representatives under its House Rules on Impeachment, Section 3, Rule 2, of which reads, filing and referral of verified complaints. A verified complaint for impeachment by a member of the House or by any citizen upon a resolution endorsement by any member thereof shall be filed with the Office of the Secretary General immediately referred to the Speaker. Naputol yung chain. Kasi iba talaga yung jurisprudence yung Francisco na sinasite nila. Iba eh. Especially, walang publicly, hindi niya kinonfirm publicly, wala siyang sinabi publicly na it is verified, okay na, ready for transmittal na. Walang gano'n sa Francisco side. Doon sa sinahit na ano. Iba to. Kasi, inamin niya. Third, considering that decisions of this honorable court form part of the law of the land, the issues raised in this petition which are novel and of first impression are best decided by it. Well, totoo naman, magkakaroon talaga ng ano, no? I don't know, yun na nga. The issues raised in this petition require utmost dispatch as the looming impeachment trial before the Senate on the basis of the fourth impeachment complaint should not prevent the petitioner from performing her official functions as the Vice President of the Philippines and Congress from attending to its main work of lawmaking, which in fact is one of the very purposes of the one-year bar. Yes, that's the spirit of it. Yun nga yung point eh. Para hindi siya maharas in performing a duty. Yun nga yung point nun. Kasi uulanin ka ng complaints, di ba? Kaya, pinagkabawal yun. Yun yung spirit eh. Pero yun yung nangyari. Oh. Secretary, first, there is no plain, speedy, and adequate remedy for the petitioner since nothing in this Constitution, the law, or even the House rules on impeachment that offers the petitioner any recourse when the House of Representatives orders the Secretary General to freeze the movement of an impeachment complaint that has already been admitted publicly. Oh my goodness! Ginamit nga. Dinownload ko pa naman. Dinownload ko pa naman yung mga videos. Meron na pala si VP. Shit talaga VP. Dinownload ko pa naman. Oh. Very good, very good, very good. Orders the Secretary General to freeze the movement of an impeachment complaint that's already been admitted publicly to have been verified by the Secretary General and ready to for referral to the Speaker. That's exactly what I said. Ready for transmittal, right? Yun mismo yung sinabi ko. Yun mismo. Right? Admitted publicly. Dali ka ngayon. Dinownload ko pa naman. Meron ka na pala. Anyway. Certified through copy of accessible public as such. This petition is being filed. Petition also compiled a copy of official receipt showing full payment of docket fees. Complaint, there's backbayan unless it is deliberate mistake. I don't know why. Why would anyone say that it's deliberate mistake though? Complaint endorsed by Akbayan Citizen Action Party, Percival Sendanya. Ito na. December 2, first impeachment complaint. Complaint endorsed sa coalition, Franz Castro, Arlene Rosa, second. Complaint endorsed by Camarines Sur Representative. Salamat, Sangadniga. Salamat. December 19, 2024, a day Congress, recess, third impeachment. Ito nga may problema na nga dito eh. Iniisip ko lang may butas kaya makikita dyan mga lawyers. Sa ano? Kasi ang magiging labanan dito, I think yung semantics ng ano eh. Ng initiated eh. I think yun yung mga dito eh. Kasi yung sa Francisco is one interpretation. May difference dun sa pangyayari eh. Ang pangyayari is wala namang admission doon na verified, ready for transmittal. Yun yung difference. Kasi dito, meron na. So, technically, it's actually verified, ready for transmittal, valid, therefore, underway. Nasa process na, meaning initiated. Hindi naman transmitted eh. Initiated. Yung semantics ng initiated ang paglalabanan dito. Actually, ito nga lang tatlo pa lang to may problema na eh. Despite diligent efforts, constant follow-ups with the House of Representatives, the petitioner has still not been given the documents requested. The one-year bar is in effect na. Yes, it is in effect na. Nonetheless, the petitioner commits to submit a certified true copy, Section 4, 60 days, impeachment filed, acquire, okay. No section rule to immediately refer. Impeachment directs the Secretary General to immediately refer. Yun ang dinelay niya, right? Kasi, ang reasoning niya is, baka may file pa at aayusin. Which is, hindi niya dapat ginawa. Dahil katulad nga sabi ni Edward Snowden, ministerial naman yan. Filing a referral or verified complaints. A verified complaint for impeachment by a member house by any citizen is referred to the speaker. Emphasis supplied. Immediately referred. However, even the Congress took a recess on December 18, 16 days of filing of first impeachment complaint and 14 days after the filing of the second impeachment complaint, Respondent Secretary General Velasco did not transmit any of them to Speaker Romualdez. Boom. Yes. Then in a news article published January, ABS-CBN Secretary General Velasco publicly revealed that several members of the House requested him not to refer any of the first 3 impeachment complaints, to give them more time to endorse any of them, consolidate any of them, or file a 4th impeachment complaint. Yep. On January 7, 2025, in a public interview with Karen Davila, publicly posted by ANC 24/7, when asked why none of the first 3 impeachment complaints has been transmitted to Respondent Speaker Romualdez, Respondent Secretary General Velasco reiterated that the House Representatives majority members asked him not to. Boom! Gagi, sinama na din pala sa petition na yan. Not to. In order to give them more time to decide whether or not to file another impeachment complaint. In that interview, Respondent Secretary General also publicly admitted that the reason for withholding the first 3 impeachment complaints is that if any of them is transmitted, then the... Yun yung sinabi natin kanina, gagi. Yun din mismo yung sinake ko, di ba? So, alam niya. Kung... Kaya ako nakangiti kanina eh. Oh. In that interview, Secretary General Velasco publicly admitted that the reason for withholding the first 3 impeachment complaints is that if any of them is transmitted, then that would be the only complaint that will be studied by the House Committee, clearly alluding to the relevant portions of that interview reproduced below. Goosebumps. So, parehas kayo stand. Oo, parehas kami ng argumento. Kaya nga kanina binabasa ko, nakangiti ako. Ay ko, okay. So, you are expecting a 4th impeachment complaint against Vice President Duterte, and sources say that the 4th impeachment complaint is going to come from House Majority members. Is this correct? While those of the House members who requested that I'll give them some more time to either endorse one of the 3 complaints filed earlier or endorse another complaint, and that will constitute the 4th impeachment complaint. Because the report says, with the 4th impeachment complaint, they are hoping to get the signatures required so it's brought directly to the Senate. Yes, that's it's not just the 4th complaint, but the sponsors of the 3 complaints are also garnering signatures endorsement from the House members primarily to avoid the long process if the proponent endorsers will not be able to fulfill. So, gathering signatures muna bago transmit. Highly normal. No, 3 impeachment complaints are now in your office. And your office has been under pressure to already act on these 3 complaints. Take us through this process. Upon receiving the 3 complaints, should you have already reported to the office of Speaker? What made you not to? It's really the request of the House members. There will be complications. If I will refer, for instance, the 3 impeachment complaints, because this is one of the rare times where there are more than 1 complaint. So if I will transmit the 3 complaints filed so far, then that would be the only complaints that will be studied by the Office of the Speaker for referring to the Committee on Rules, Plenary, then from the plenary to the Committee on Justice. So the House members that whatever complaints they will file or they will endorse will be referred to the Speaker at the same time. One package instead of just referring the first, the second, and the third, and the fourth will not be referred or transmitted to the office of the Speaker. So what you mean is is all the impeachment complaints have to be transmitted once? You can transmit the first three, then the fourth to follow? Well, there might be complications if I will not be able to transmit all of them at the same time. At saka nung isa, yung pinakita natin, sabi niya, there will be legal problems, right? Sinabi niya eh. Sinabi niya. Well, one complication is the proponents and sponsor or endorsers of the three complaints will say, well, nauna kami. We should be the only ones who should be referred or transmitted to the office of the Speaker. Not the fourth, not the fifth, not the sixth. Yan, lakas nito. Sabi ko na yung tatlo pa lang may problema na eh. So lumalabas ito multiple talaga. Kasi kung sinasabi niya yung 3 complaints, verified, and ready for transmittal, so ibig sabihin, separate yung pag-verify ng multiple nga talaga yung nangyari. Multiple complaints filed and entertained na verified and for transmittal, including the fourth one. So multiple complaints nga talaga yung nangyari, which is the violation of the yung no multiple blah 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 initiated. Best case scenario nila gawing sacrificial lamb si SecGen para failure to accomplish responsibility kaysa sa invalidation of the process. Hindi ubra yun. I want to give them a fair chance that all of them will be referred to at the same time to the office of the Speaker. Kaya sabi ko yung tatlo pa lang may problema na eh. Sabi niya rin naman, rare instance yun, na 3 complaints, minsan kasi isa lang. May railroading na nangyari, yun ang nakikitang premise dyan. In that same interview, Respondent Secretary General also stated that if any impeachment complaint obtains the signatures of at least 1/3 of the members of the House of Representatives, the same is what they call the express, the fast track route, will not be referred anymore to any committees. And there will be no process that will have to be... Hindi ba anticipate na may multiple complaints na bulyaso ata? Yeah. With the 3 complaints, I know that one of the complaints wasn't really able to garner signatures needed. That complaint only got pledges. If hypothetically this 4th complaint is filed and is able to get the signatures needed majority, do you still need the 10 session days? You need to forward it to committee rules, or if you already have a majority of the signatures, is transmitted directly to the Senate without the House having to review. Impossible kasi magka-multiple pending complaints kung sinunod niya yung flow eh. Correct. Well, in regular, let's assume everything is regular. Pag-file pa lang ng complaint ng una, verify niya, ready for transmittal, then transmitted. Right? Then the second is, that counts as multiple na. Right? Kasi transmitted, then may pasok ulit, verified, that's multiple na. May pangatlo pa ngayon. May pang-apat pa ngayon. That clearly violated the Ako na nasa side ako dito ni VP. Sa instance na to. Kasi naging irregular yung yung transmittal eh. Yung buong process, yung chain. Naging irregular eh. Kasi kung regular lahat ng pangyayari, nung first complaint pa lang, verified, transmit na. That should be the case, right? Yun yung normal na procedure. So, doon sa pangalawa pa lang, ba't di ka naabot ng fourth? Doon sa pangalawa pa lang, multiple na yun. Well, under the House rules, once any of the complaints will be able to garner, blah, 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 blah. Universal serial USB containing a video interview January 7. Ang problema, alam mo na, Christmas break, karamihan sa kanila district or nila bakasyon, blah blah blah. Pwede ko bang malaman ilan po yung house members na nakiusap sa inyo? Well, yun nga yung sabi ko, mga 12 sila, no? And they come from the majority and some from the minority, no? So kaya kailangan pagbigyan natin sila 12. Meron kaming narinig lang na information, yung pong nagpahiwatig na yung magpa-file ng fourth complaint ay galing sa Young Guns. Well, galing sa majority yon, but not necessarily from the Young Guns. Not necessarily from the Young Guns. Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, this information was shared to me in confidence, kaya I cannot reveal them to you. But some of them, in fact, yung iba sumulat pa sa akin, bigyan sila ng time. Okay. Dito po sa 12 na ito, na nag-commit, kayo nabibigyan sila ng enough time. Yes, yes. As far as they are concerned, legal team, sinabi nila verified complaints itong tatlo na to. As far as they are concerned, legal team, sinabi nila verified complaints itong tatlo na ito. So verified and therefore pwede na transmit sa office ng speaker. Good question. Ano sabi? Pwede nang i-transmit at any time. Kailangan din palugtugin yung ano. Kailangan natin magpatugtog. Saan na yun? Yan.
Sa likod ng maskara, akala mo'y astig. Naglalakad sa kaye, tila ba'y may malaking dig. Sa isip niya, siya'y tunay na hari. Pero sa bawat hakbang, siya'y parang nagiging junkie. Narinig malabo, buhos sablay ang galaw. Sa CCTV, siya'y malinaw, nakitang-kita. Wow! Walang utak, walang diskarte. Bobong kriminal, anong nangyari? Bobong kriminal!
Decide to file my impeachment complaint. So verified and therefore pwede na i-transmit sa office ng speaker. Sagot ni Secretary General Velasco. Pwede nang i-transmit at any time. I think Jis would like to get a feel of the political landscape after the election first. May point naman talaga yung mga lawyer ni VP, sir. Late ka yata. Nakakailang content na nga ako dyan eh. Ang point nga dito, parehas kami ng argumento eh, ng lawyer na ni VP. Late ka siguro. Sayang naman kung sakali, namuhunan sila dyan, may balita, namigay naman. Wala lusot ng competence dito, huli, conscious effort, hindi i-transmit eh. It came as a surprise, however, that when asked whether he could delay the referral for the first three impeachment complaints for as long as he wants, respondent Secretary General Velasco said that since the House rules on impeachment allegedly doesn't provide a period, it is up to him to decide when to refer them to the respondent Speaker Romualdez. Sir, how much time will you give them? Because yung nga, ang sinasabi nung isa sa mga endorser ng first three, more than enough time na yung 1 month to transmit. Secretary General, well, kasi nga, in my case, wala kasing nakalagay na naka-specify no? Unfortunately, yun yung rules natin na it's really up to me to decide, walang time na nakalagay. Unlike Speaker has 10 session days. The Committee on Rules has 3 session days. Committee on Justice has 60 session days. Sa akin kasi wala eh. So it's my decision. Secretary General, naisip mo ba? Kasi siguro kaya walang nakalagay sa'yo kasi immediately.
Salik
Kasi ministerial nga yun sa'yo, di ba? Naisip mo ba? Baka walang nakalagay yung sa'yo kasi it is assumed na immediately.
Sa likod ng maskara, akala mo'y astig. Naglalakad sa kaya tila ba'y may malaking dik. Sa isip niya siya'y tunay na hari, pero sa bawat hakbang siya'y parang nagiging jonky. Narinig malabo, buhos sablay ang galaw. Sa CCTV siya'y malinaw, nakitang-kita. Wow! Walang utak, walang diskarte. Bobong kriminal, anong nangyari? Bobong kriminal!
Baka kasi dapat wala kang wait time kaya hindi sinabi. Baka lang, hindi, naisip ko lang din Intro pa lang na, nakaka-hype na eh. Ako naisip ko lang baka kasi walang nilagay sa'yo kasi immediately. Verified. Then kapag na-verify mo na, din okay na, din transmit. Baka lang syempre hindi naman ako hinandyan, kayo naman, di ba? So, naisip ko lang naman. Kasi nagtataka ako bakit sila lahat meron? Pero yung sa'yo wala. Naisip ko lang, baka kasi ministerial kasi yan. So, baka immediately. Mga next working day. Sa palagay mo, SecGen? No. Baka ibig sabihin niya next working day. Ang sabi nga earlier, this is one of the few times na maraming complaint na file. Hindi naman, paano naging issue maraming nag-file? Kumbaga, para kang para kang pinagbigyan ng photocopy. Okay? Ang trabaho mo, accept, ayun na. Hindi mo alam kung ilan. It doesn't matter. Hindi ko alam kung bakit, bakit naging material, bakit naging relevant yung marami. Hindi naman kino-question dito kung ilan. Ang kino-question dito is yung trabaho mo, the process, the procedure. So, kung may isang dumating sa'yo, mag-aantay ka pa ba ng pangalawa? Kasi hindi ko alam kung ilan Natimbrehan kasi ako kung ilan. Naipito talaga ng powers that be. Career employee ng gobyerno to si SecGen Hindi niya na problema. Hindi na problema May nag-accept, di ba? Bibigay sa'yo. Unang-una. Ayun, nakalagay doon sa kanila. Unang-una, December. Na-verify mo. Transmit na dapat. So, hindi marami. Kaya lang nagmarami dahil inipon mo. Kaya lang naman siya naging marami dahil inipon mo. Gets mo yun, SecGen? Ito lang bakit mo naging problema yung marami? Naging problema lang yan dahil inipon mo. Pero kung binerify mo yung unang-una, for transmittal na yun. Di hindi marami. Naging marami lang siya dahil inipon mo. Hindi ko alam kung bakit naging material yung Ba naging materially relevant yung mas maayos pa kung palitan na lang ng fax machine to si SecGen Wala pa sa kota. So, ibig sabihin, na-predict mo rin na meron. Ibang klaseng SecGen ka, Ibang klase ka, pare. Baka hindi ganun kabigat at karami. Kaya na-stall. Di ba? Technically kasi hindi naman siya marami. Di ba? Kasi pagpasok pa lang nun, isipin mo, wala kang prior knowledge. Wala kang background knowledge. Para ka lang robot. Ganyan lang. Ganyan na SecGen. Kaya ka nahuhuli. Para ka lang robot. May final sa'yo. May final. Na-receive mo ngayon. Verify mo. Paano mo nalaman merong susunod? May foresight pa rin sa section. Kaya nga, di ba? Kaya lang siya naging marami dahil may background knowledge ka. Bakit ka may background knowledge? Tanong lang. Tanong lang, Sekjen. Bakit may background knowledge ka? Bakit may foresight ka? Kung robot ka lang, hindi mo alam na may parating. Ang alam mo lang yung dumating. Nagigets mo? So, hindi siya marami technically. Naging marami siya dahil inipon mo. Ewan na. Yun nga yung ibang members na kiusap sa akin. Sandali lang, Sekjen, wag mo muna i-transmit. Yun yung kailangan irespeto natin. Alam mo, ito marami daw kasi. Isa lang yun technically. Oo. May alam ka lang sa future. Oh. On February 5, 2025 at around 4:30 p.m., without any of the first 3 impeachment complaints having been transmitted to respondent Speaker Romualdez, in accordance with the House Rules on Impeachment, and despite the fact that as early as January 10, Respondent Secretary General publicly declared that said complaints had already been verified and are ready for referral to respondent at any time, the House of Representatives filed the 4th impeachment purportedly signed by 215 of their members, which they then immediately endorsed to the Senate. Dalawang mode. Technically, dalawang mode ang nangyari. So, pwede nilang i-argue, consult with ChatGPT, Sokjen. Ganito yung nangyari. Third mode, tsaka yung mode 1, yun din yung mga in-argue dito eh. So, actually, dalawa nga. And in fact, to actually prove that, dalawa rin yung mode. Yung unang mode is actually transmittal. I-transmit kay House, right? House Speaker. Yun yung first mode. Pero dinelay niya. So ngayon, dito pa lang may problema na. Bakit? Sabi, di ba nagpapaintay bago i-transmit? Eh, yung third mode, hindi na kailangan i-transmit eh. Not only, yung may 3 impeachment complaints na verified na hindi mo tinransmit, yung pang-apat is ibang mode yung ginamit. That actually proves na multiple complaints. In fact, ang ginamit is different modes.
Sa likod ng maskara, kala mo yastik, naglalakad sa kaya tila ba'y may malaking dik. Sa isip niya siya'y tunay na hari, pero sa...
Inipit ni Sekjen yung first 3 para masuungan ng... Which is in bad faith. Right? Which is in bad faith talaga. Kasi ang dahilan mo, inaantay mo para i-transmit. Wala ka namang tin-transmit. Kasi express lane yung ginamit nila. So, dun pa lang, tapos ka. Yung Ford gumamit ng fixer, rumekta na. Nagets nyo? Sinungaling to si Sekjen. Sabi niya kasi inaantay niya. Nakikiusap. I-verify daw muna, ay ano daw mo titingnan. Bago i-transmit, wag muna i-transmit. Eh wala ka namang tin-transmit. Ibang mode yung ginamit nila eh. So dalawa na yung argumento laban sa inyo kagad. Una, yung validity nung yung pangalawa pangalan na complaint eh, kasi dapat verified na tapos transmitted na eh. Ngayon may problema ka pa ngayon. Bakit? Kasi ang dahilan mo, nag-aantay ka para bago i-transmit. Eh wala ka namang tin-transmit. So para saan yung pag-iintay mo? Eh di huling-huli ka ngayon. Bakit? Yung fourth kasi ang ginamit, express lane. Ibang mode. Hindi naman sinungaling, baka may tinatago lang. Parang ang ginawa, kinonvert into third mode. Hindi convert. Tatay Amik. This is two separate ways. So, pwede mo siguro sabihin nga, semantically, you can argue that na kinonvert nila. Pero how can you prove na i-convert nila yon from transmittal to ano? I don't think na papasa yun, Tatay Amik, ah. I think this is two separate, which you can actually prove the multiple. Right? They don't have a choice but to admit na merong waiting, verified, ready for transmittal, and then yung reasoning niya is actually a lie because wala naman siyang tinransmit pagdating ng fourth. So ngayon, dalawang mode yung i-argue dito na ginamit. Paano naging dalawang mode yung ginagamit dito kung isa lang yung final, kinomplain? O yung complaint? O yung isa lang yung verified? Paano naging dalawang mode? It means, kung dalawang mode, at inang-argue mo yung isang mode, at yung nangyari doon sa fourth is another mode, then it means multiple. It's a violation. Boom! Violation na nga. Bakit? Dalawang mode, oh. Ikaw mismo nagsasabi. Inaantay mo para i-transmit kay house speaker. Pero ang ginamit nila is iba. Doon sa fourth. So, dalawa. Nahuhuli pa lang sa wait. Ano kaya magiging take ng SE dito interest? Kaya nga eh. Kasi hindi ko kayang i-argue yung convert. Paano mo i-argue yung conversion, di ba? Ano, binawi nila kay SecGen? Tapos ito lang gawin namin, ganon? O hindi ibig sabihin, lalo wala silang lusot dito, gagi. A copy of the official on the same day at around 7 p.m. in view the May elections went to mukhang babagsak ang mundo ng kay SecGen, mukha nga. Mukha. On the same day at around 7 p.m. in view of the May 12, 2025 election, explain the fourth impeachment complaint was not discussed because it still had to go under complete staff work. Okay. The House of Representatives or its members have never to this day denied any of the respondent Secretary General's public statement in the aforementioned interviews. TV5 interviewer, what really happened sa dalawang buwan po, blah, blah, blah. Last session, where any regrets happened, like naapektuhan pa rin ba? Rep Defensor, no regrets because we filed the best impeachment complaint there is. We leave the Senate them to study. I agree po with Kong Noy. In addition po, no, I just think personal opinion po, I can't speak for everyone. But I think Congress is trying to stick to its duty, constitutional mandate, to its we want to come up with the best complaint possible. The timing, I guess, would not be relevant. It would be coincidence. It's not deliberate. Baka Monday mag-leave na yan due to health reasons. It is thus clear that the reason why respondent House of Representatives and its members directed respondent Secretary General Velasco to freeze the first 3 impeachment complaints, effectively disregarding the required procedure under their own set of rules, was allegedly to give them time to collect enough signatures to railroad the impeachment process and refine and improve the allegations against the petitioner. Which is different modes, right? Pero hats off kung orchestrated talaga to, ibang level of pagka-diabolical smart talaga. By doing so, respondent deliberately circumvented and violated the 1-year bar and is that even a word? Over and made a mockery of the procedures under the Constitution and the House rules on impeachment, not only compromising the integrity of the impeachment proceedings, but demonstrating that all of this is nothing more than a political maneuver. Yeah. Ito. 1-year bar explain when impeachment proceedings are... Ito yun. No impeachment proceedings shall be initiated against the same official more than once within a period of 1 year. Ito. Kaya ko to inano eh. No impeachment proceedings shall be initiated against the same official more than once within a period of 1 year. Okay. Since we can prove na 2 modes yung nangyari. One mode, third mode, tsaka yung first 2, inangyari doon sa unang pag-file, kaya siya nag-withhold, kaya hindi niya transmit because he's waiting. That's the other mode, right? And nangyari doon sa fourth complaint is actually the third mode. So different modes yung nangyari. That alone, that's a good argument to say na multiple complaints na verified, initiated. Right? Initiated 1 is the first mode, and then initiated 2 is yung this mode. Ito yung nangyari ngayon. In the 2003 case, an impeachment complaint was filed against former chief. On October 3, complaint was ruled to be sufficient in form but insufficient in substance, and thus dismissed by the House Committee on Justice on 2003. A day later, on October 23, a second impeachment complaint was filed by several members of the House Representatives accompanied by yun yung nangyari, okay? Members raising second complaint using a violation of ito yung naging case, tama? Ito yung naging case. In response, the House Representatives argued that the 1-year bar was not violated as the impeachment complaint because Chief and 7 Associate Justices had not been initiated as the House Representatives acting as collective body has yet to act on it. In resolving the issue, taking into consideration the deliberation of the constitutional framers, principal statutory construction, is honorable court held that initiation takes place by the act of filing coupled with Congress taking initial action on the complaint. Yeah. Initiate impeachment. It is thus clear that the framers indeed initiation to start with the filing of the complaint. Yun lumalabas nga. Ma'am Bong explained that the obvious reason in deleting the phrase to initiate impeachment proceedings as contained in the text of the provision of Section 3 was to settle and make it understood once and for all that the initiation of impeachment proceedings starts with the filing of the complaint, and the vote of 1/3 of the House in a resolution impeachment doesn't initiate the impeachment proceeding, which was already initiated by the filing of a verified. Oh, yeah. That's a good point too. Okay, anyway. Ito, para to kayo, no? Secgen Velasco. Pusin natin.
Sa likod ng maskara, akala mo'y astig. Naglalakad sa kaya tila ba'y may malaking dig. Sa isip niya siya'y tunay na hari, pero sa bawat hakbang siya'y parang nagiging jonky. Na hindi malabo buhos sablay ang galaw. Sa CCTV siya'y malinaw nakitang kita. Wow! Walang utak, walang diskarte. Bobong kriminal, anong nangyari? Bobong kriminal, bakit ka ganyan? Laging nauhuli parang batang naglalaro lang. Bobong kriminal, di ka pa nag-iisip. Sa bawat krimen mo, ikaw rin ang nahuhuli sa huli. Sa pagtakas niya'y lagi siya nadadapa. Hindi pa man nagsisimula, siya na'y natutumba. Pag nagtatago, palaging sa mali. Kaya madaling matatuan, parang asong galalang sa tabi. Sa pulis siya kilala na para pang best friend. Sa dami ng beses na nahuli siya frequent guest sa kulungan. Walang utak, walang diskarte. Bobong kriminal, anong nangyari? Bobong kriminal, bakit ka ganyan? Laging nahuhuli parang batang naglalaro lang. Bobong kriminal, di ka pa